Because I need to stop searching.
What's your reasonable grounds?
The reasonable grounds are I need to make sure that you don't have anything on you.
Why are you shaking?
Just listen to me, please.
Well, listen to you, let go.
I'm not going to let go of you.
It's assault, this.
It's not an assault.
It is assault.
Come with me, please.
Why?
Because I'm telling you, just come with me.
No, you just detained me, so I'll stay here.
Well, come with me, please.
Are you arresting me?
At the moment, no, but please come with me.
Why?
Just come with me.
Why?
Because I've got a colleague coming.
What, right, well, he can come here, can't he?
Well, let's see who you are.
What's your reasonable grounds?
I'll explain what the reasonable grounds are.
What are they? That I'm taking pictures?
Yes.
Oh, that's a crime, isn't it?
Of the police station and vehicles, private vehicles and police vehicles.
That's not a crime. That's not a crime.
Hands now.
What, my hands are here?
Movements, you understand?
Yeah.
Right, you got a detail on you. No idea on you. Stop tensing up, pal. Stop tensing up. Do as you're told and do it now.
Everything fell apart the moment the officer tried to argue that taking photos counted as reasonable suspicion. FTA even gave him an opportunity to rethink how absurd that sounded, calling it a crime, but the officer still pushed the claim, acting as if recording police activity or nearby cars somehow justified the stop. That wasn't suspicion. It was an attempt to turn a lawful action into something punishable simply because he disliked being filmed. When additional officers arrived, the situation only escalated. Rather than assess what was going on, ask questions, or determine whether any legitimate grounds existed, they rushed in and immediately reached for handcuffs as if they were dealing with someone dangerous. There was no threat, no weapon, no offense, just a chain of overreactions sparked by one officer's bruised pride.
I've caught him filming vehicles with his mobile phone. He's taking pictures of the entrance and around the back filming the vehicles. So I've asked him to stop. He's walked down here, he's tried lowering me down there on my own. So I've stopped, I've got a grip of him under section 1 apace, just to make sure that he's got nothing on him. Obviously he's got his face covered. I don't know what his intentions are. I don't know who he is.
Get off. No, you're not allowed to do that.
I can't.
No, you're not.
Yeah, okay. It's a very reasonable line of inquiry.
No. Perfect, right. You are being detained. Right, yeah, that's fine. I don't consent to the search.
That's right, you don't need to consent to it, right? Because you've been filming this, we're not filming it.
I've just told you my intentions.
The officer doesn't relay events honestly to the others, he builds a story. He claims that FTA tried to draw him away on purpose, as though calmly taking a few steps back and choosing not to answer questions something he's legally allowed to do with some kind of strategic trap. It's absurd. He was rewriting the encounter to justify grabbing someone who had done nothing more than record him, and his next move shows it had nothing to do with safety. While FTA was already detained and fully under control, the officer reached in and pulled off his face covering. It wasn't for identification, and it certainly wasn't required for safety. It was done because he thought he could. When questioned about it, he hid behind the vague phrase reasonable line of inquiry, a term that has no basis in law as a reason to forcibly remove someone's face covering.
Got your numbers?
Any questions or queries, sir, before we leave you?
Yeah, why was I detained?
We've just explained.
Can you explain again for the purpose of the film?
No, because everything's recorded, and as I've already explained, you are entitled to it.
This guy's?
Yeah. That's where you've been handcuffed.
Yep, handcuffed, detained under what section? Section 1?
Section 1 of the Police and Criminal Evidence Act. We're not going to keep going over the same scenario. We've explained it to you. Have you any further questions, sir? No.
Tyrants. Abuse of power. There will be a civil claim going in.
Alright, sir.
Yeah.
Have a good day.
Off your pop. 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 Tyrant. Off your pop. Am I free to leave?
What?
Am I free to leave?
You're free to leave.
I'm free to stay, aren't I?
I'll stay here with you then, Charlie.
Alright, yeah.
Have a good day. Let's see how long this lasts.
Assault. You assaulted me.
Once the officer told FTA he was free to go, his authority in that moment was completely spent. But instead of stepping back, as any properly trained officer would, he immediately snapped back with, "Then I'll stay here with you." That single sentence reveals more about his mindset than anything else in the entire encounter. It shows that his issue wasn't suspicion, or safety, or following procedure. His real frustration was that FTA didn't simply submit to him. The detention was over, yet the officer still felt the need to assert control. That's what exposed how flawed his approach to policing really was. He had detained FTA for no valid reason, uncovered nothing, proven nothing, and still behaved as though FTA needed his permission just to stand in a public space.
Excuse me?
Trying to get through, sir. No problem.
Take care.
So I'm going to get detained again for video in the police station?
I'll advise you not to, which is why we stopped you, isn't
I
it?
don't take advice.
Well, you're going to get stopped again, aren't you? You can't walk round the police station filming personal
Yes, you
vehicles
can.
and private vehicles.
Yes, you can.
It's not advice.
What law? What law is it?
Stopped,
What law is it?
We just explained it to you.
Well, it's not law. You've not explained any law.
We have. We've explained
What?
it to you.
You can't take pictures.
I advise you not to.
That's your advice, isn't it? That's your advice.
You don't like getting stopped, then don't film police vehicles.
I don't think you're very clever, so I won't take your advice.
All right, take care.
You don't even know
Okay.
you don't even know the law yourself.
All right, have a good day.
Oh, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 police officers don't know the law, and a sergeant. He looks about 10.
12.5.
Do you get them put? You're right.
Yeah, you.
Yeah.
I'd like you to disappear, please.
I'm not a magician.
I feel very uncomfortable with a member of the public wearing a face covering, filming a police station.
The officer closes the encounter with the clearest mistake he could make. He admits the whole thing was driven by emotion. When he says, "I feel very uncomfortable with someone wearing a face covering and filming a police station," he essentially confesses that everything deigning FTA, the handcuffs, the shouting, calling for backup, was rooted in his personal discomfort. Not in any legal basis. I feel uncomfortable is not a lawful reason to stop or detain anyone. He acted because he didn't like what FTA was doing, even though it was completely within the bounds of the law. And that's what makes officers like this so dangerous. They treat their own unease as if it were reasonable suspicion. Policing relies on separating personal emotion from legitimate authority, and he blurred that line entirely.
Well, what do I do? Call the feelings, please.
Take care.
Uncomfortable. Off you pop.
Any further questions, sir?
Not for you.
No, thank you.
Good day.
Which one's your car? See that, guys? Section 1. Detained. Muppets. And that, guys, has been settled out of court now. I settled in court. Got my payout, which is nicely paid for my holiday.
The officer ends the encounter with the most revealing mistake possible. He openly acknowledges that his actions were guided by emotion rather than law. By saying, "I feel very uncomfortable with someone wearing a face covering and filming a police station," he effectively admits that the detention, the handcuffing, the raised voice, and even the call for backup all stemmed from his personal discomfort, not from any legitimate authority. Feeling uneasy is not a lawful justification to stop or detain a person. His response was driven by dislike for what FTA was doing, even though the behavior was entirely lawful. That's the real danger with officers who operate this way. They elevate their own anxiety to the level of reasonable suspicion. The role of a police officer requires keeping emotions separate from the power they hold. And he completely failed to maintain that boundary.